Stay alive. Beautiful. Let's go and see. All right. How are we all going? Hopefully everyone can hear me well. Okay. Just want to bring up some my page here so I can see what we're saying. So while people are coming into the room, bear with me a minute. Here we go. Where are we? How are you all doing? This is Ian, your acrylic guru, on my YouTube channel here, doing my weekly Friday night live. How are we all going? All right, so I'm going to click on that. And I also need to, where are we? Oh, golly, golly, golly. I'm going all over the place, aren't I? Let's start again. We'll open that one and we'll open that one. So what I'm doing at the moment, while people are coming into the room here, I'm just putting some links in the description below because they're important to every video that I put up. And this is my weekly Q&A where we get to connect with everybody. And before we get too far ahead as well, I will do a sound check. So just let me get this in there first. I'll copy that. And let me do a sound check. Get this in there first. Beautiful. Sound check's working great. Okay, so that's there. Where are we? I need that. Copy. And then we go here. All over the place. Who we got there with us anyway? We got Ian Shear. G'day Ian Shear. Marilyn Lynch. Sounds good. Mona McCauley. G'day Mona McCauley. How you going there? Now which one am I doing? I've got so many open here. I've put this in the description there. So we got some links, okay? Because there's quite a few links there. Check them out. Paste, that's it, beautiful, and I'll save that. There's quite a few links there, check them out, and I can just actually go through with you what actual links are there as well. Later on, I'm just still, okay, that's done. Bang, I've got so many tabs open here, I'm making myself so confused. There we go. I can see our chat there. Karen Moyer, Annette Locke, is that Locke or Lockie? Kelly Davis, how you all going? So this is where we get to connect with each other, me and my subscribers here on YouTube, and we can ask, or you can ask me questions, anything you want about my channel, myself, or my art, or your art even, or anything you're succeeding in or having trouble with as well. And I've also got some people I want to acknowledge throughout the show. I'll acknowledge them now, and I'll acknowledge them a few more times throughout the show. These are people that support my content on my channel. My channel is growing, and it's people like you out there that keep it going within the YouTube factory, so to speak, okay? And these people support me in ways of donations, buying my art, being a patron of mine. The links are all down in the description below. They just simply support my content, and a lot of us creators can't do it without your help. Everything we put on YouTube is for free, and there are those people that do like to give back. And I want to say a big thank you to Jim Aarons, Timothy Dirth, Marlene Dietzel, Charlotte Short, Darren McLean, and Laura Liu. Those people have been supporting my content within the past week from the previous show, and I always like to acknowledge these people. Okay, now what have I got here? I've got that there. There we go. So we've got a donate PayPal link, which all my art is for sale, and it's done through there. And we've got the merchandise. Check out the merchandise. A lot of you asked, when are you going to have merchandise? It's already there. My Facebook page, my Patreon's platform, my videos which are in my YouTube channel, Reese's music channel, the art that's available for sale, my art network. There's some bloopers that I've got done in my earlier videos, behind the scenes and mistakes, and also the traceables that that are used within my tutorials there as well, okay? Darren McLean, g'day Darren, how are you? Hello from Indiana, says Carl Friedman. And Angela Young, good morning everybody, says Angela Young, like to share to the art group. Liked and shared to the art group, good stuff. I might, while I think of that, I might just copy the URL there as well and share it on my other platform there as well. So that way people there can read it. Where are we? I'll go to my Excuse me. What are you doing? Why is it so slow? Every time you go live, a glitch, a bug, something wants to happen. See, just there we go. There we go. I'll just put this on my Facebook page. That way my other friends, if anyone out there wants to watch it as well, they can. Bang, I've made a new, I might use that every week, that there we go. So back to the show here. Where are we now? So good evening. Hello from Utah, Isabella Lee. Joe Thomas, greetings from Japan, all the way from Japan. Welcome from Japan. Good to have you here. Carl Friedman, hello from Indiana. Okay, read that one. So this is your opportunity to ask me whatever you like. Okay, grab your coffee. It's an hour show, so it's a bit of a break from the normal mundane stuff we watch on TV or Netflix. It's just something to break the monotony of what goes on there. I've been doing a lot of binge watching on Netflix, and I've sort of ran out of what to watch. You can binge watch and run out very quickly. Good stuff. Okay, we can see okay. What do we got there? I'm just looking at the monitor there. I've just got the camera up a little bit more, but I've got, if I need to show anything, I can. So what I didn't grab is some brushes there, but I will grab one if I can. Got it. A lot of people ask, I used to have blending brushes a few years ago. I cannot get hold of them anymore, but the brushes I use are ones from the hardware store. The majority of them are 2-inch, but you can get 1/2 inch, 1.5 inches, and 1/2 inches as well. But look for the flat edge here. The tipped edge is flat. It's not rounded or convexed or concaved. It's flat, and that is quite soft but sturdy, and that's what I'm using to do my blending when I'm blending my clouds. Okay. It's not scratchy, so when you're in the hardware, look for something that's reasonably soft, flat, and sturdy. Okay, see how sturdy that is? It's not one of those weak ones. You can put your turmoil in there, okay? And that's what I'm using. I get a lot of questions about the brushes, and they're just from the hardware store. And you can buy either a cheap one or a dear one. It's up to you, but so long as it's going to work for you, okay? It's all trial and error with brushes. And it's the same with a lot of things as well. You'll find so many different surfaces that you're painting on, and you'll realise one surface is going to work a lot more greater than another. Who else we got here? Good evening. Annette Lockie. Is Australia under a stay-at-home order? I don't know. I don't hardly watch the news. But they're sort of relaxing. But I do not want to make this show about the COVID, okay? If you want to watch COVID, go and watch telly. This is all about my art channel. I don't want to ruffle any feathers here, but I'm just telling you straight, okay? So you can go and watch the COVID-19 on the TV if you like. But they're relaxing it, and it's pretty much what you see on the news, okay? Hello, everyone. Annette, slightly easing, says Darren McLean. There we go. Yes, so that's enough of that. Barry Radburn. G'day, Barry Radburn, Charlotte Short. Hello, everybody from Houston, Texas. Houston, Texas? Thank you for the info, Darren. G'day, Sharon, says Barry. Barry and Bazza and Shazza are saying hello to each other there. Good morning from Brisbane, says Di Galvin, Brisbane, Australia. G'day, Di. How are you, love? Nigel. G'day, Nigel. Annette. Thanks, Barry. I know, Ian, sorry. No, that's all right. I just put it out there so people know, because if you do open that little window of subject and let it in here, it'll just flood it. So I just don't want that to happen. That's just the way it is, okay? It's a subject where people can get right up and either love or hate with it, you know, so that's why it's out. What brand of paints do you have on your display there? Well, up here we've got acrylic paint, okay? It's Atelier paint. I love Atelier paint. It's got great consistency. It's got great pigment. It's got a lot of various series, and it's bloody fantastic, and it does exactly what I want it to do in all my paintings, okay? And it's a good artist quality. A lot of artists that do top-end stuff and selling it at good top-end prices are using this stuff. It's warrantable to have in a great painting for a great price. I mean, you wouldn't want to do a great painting and you've done it with snotty, watery, cheap paints and someone wants to buy it, where they can, but yeah, but if it's got this stuff within it, it's more valuable, okay? That's just Atelier. That's what I love to use on my display board there. I've just something I made up years ago. Okay, Darren McLean, that was from Darren McLean there. Karen Porridge, good morning, Karen Porridge and Dal Guyvans. What are you going to paint this morning? I'm not painting nothing this morning. This is my Q&A every time this week. I come live and do an hour show just connecting with my followers here and asking and acknowledging everyone's questions and acknowledging them as I go, where I get the chance of 9 times out of 10 everyone's getting acknowledged here. So that's what I'll be doing this morning. Dal Guyvans, we got Carl Friedman. Are the blending brushes natural or synthetic bristles? They're synthetic, okay? Just so long as, like I said, they're soft and not scratchy. If you find a natural one is going to feel the same, by all means use that as well. But either. The ones I have are synthetic. How do you finish your paintings? Do you varnish them, says Mona Macaulay. I don't varnish them until I know they're 100% finished. I'm never going to touch them again. Or someone's bought one, I'll varnish it before it's shipped out, okay? So I use a spray gloss varnish. It doesn't dry glossy shiny, it dries a bit duller. That's why I get the gloss, because I know it's going to dull down, and I use the spray varnish in a can from the art store to varnish them up. Mona Macaulay, Friday Q&A. Someone's telling her, yeah, sometimes some people think, well, what are you painting today? But that's okay. We're all live and learn, and not everyone is a regular on this channel, so the newbies might ask some questions that we already know the answers to. So let's give space for those people to be understood as well. What do we got here? Joanne Clark. G'day, Joanne Clark. It's been difficult finding magenta. Can I mix colours together to get a nice magenta colour? I've never mixed a colour magenta. What you can do is probably do a YouTube search and just type in how to mix a magenta colour. But there's, I buy it in the tube. It's a colour I love to give a realism tone to, warmth in the sky there. But I've never mixed it, so I'm not quite sure. Do a YouTube search and see if some seasonal art painting mixer. There's a lot of guys that are right into mixing paints, okay? And I'm sure you'll find someone out there that's mixed up a magenta or something close to it. Tammy Biddell, can you tell my daughter, yes, Mackenzie, happy birthday. She's 19 and in Australia. Happy birthday, Mackenzie. Happy birthday, happy 19th birthday. Cyber kisses and hugs to you, my sweetheart. What was her name again? Mackenzie. That was Tammy Biddell's daughter, Mackenzie. She's 19 years old today. God bless you, sweetheart. Celeste Watson. How do you store your paints while waiting for them to sell? They're dry. I lay them out till I know they've been dry for a couple of days, even though some acrylics, if you press them on top of each other and stack them, they can stick. And then mine are all upright, like a book on a bookshelf. Mine are all stacked like that. Okay. Happy birthday, Mackenzie, says Sharon Blankenship. Jerry Powell. Jerry here from Virginia, USA. Loved the lessons this week. Thank you very much, Jerry Powell. Darren McLean. Red and blue with a touch of black. There you go for that person who was asking a little bit about a magenta, a bit of red and blue and a touch of black. Experiment with those colours and the amounts. Maybe that's what Darren's explaining there. Here we go. We've got a beautiful big one here from, where'd that go? From Kelly Davis. Here's a great tip for you if you have a trouble with blending paint under the edge of your tape. Once you put your tape on over the sky, colour for distance, tear a bit of the sky colour and seal the edge. There you go. That was from Kelly Davis. Hello from Alma Oponte, or Opont. Oponette? No, Oponte, maybe it is. I'm not the best reader, so do forgive me if I mispronounce your name here. Do you ever use powder pigment, says Mona? No, I don't. I've just used stuff from the tubes from the arts shop, okay? That's all I buy and that's all I use. Sometimes I get the budget paint, like this is a craft paint, a student paint. It's in a bigger bottle. That's the stuff I call flow white. It's not called flow white. I just call it that because it's more flowy as it comes out of the bottle. And I usually mixing that up with my with the retarder. The retarder is an additive that slows down the drying time of acrylic paints. And when I mix those two together and I prime the canvas, only for the skies really, it's ready to absorb the paints and stay wet and mix them and blend them and merge them so magically it looks like oil painting. Okay, without that, you can still do it if you're a bit of a seasoned artist, but if you're a beginner, you will have trouble getting it to look like that without the flow white and the retarder. So yeah, I don't use powdered pigment. Mona, Tammy Bedell, thank you so much. You're welcome. Ian Shear, are you going to upload part 2 of the Sunset Path scene? Oh, about that, yes. I'm in the process of getting it back because I filmed it, the part 1, I filmed the part 2. They uploaded and they were processing. And when I went back on my mobile phone, it showed that they were uploaded and it also showed they were still processing. So one of the ones, I started deleting those processing ones, and as I did that, it took the whole lot of it out, part 2, and I go, oh no. So I went on the computer and went on my channel, and I accidentally deleted part 2. So I sent an email and had a chat with the Brian from YouTube there, and he's been helping me backwards and forwards. There's a template I've got to fill out, but it's got to be exact. So we're going backwards and forwards, trying to get it worked out exactly, because anyone can, they don't want just anyone going onto someone's channel and deleting stuff or putting it back when it's not needed. So I'm in the process of getting it back. So it will come back. Just keep an eye out on my channel, and once it's back, it'll finally be back. But we are in the process of getting it back and reinstated on my channel there, okay? And it's the first time I've ever done that. You live and learn. And yeah, I don't want to go through that process again, but it will be back. Just bear with it. Okay, that was for Ian Shear. We got one here from Alma Aponte again. What is the combination of paint to form a magenta colour? I'm not sure, but I think Darren McLean answered that, the combination. You'd have to, once you find out what colours it is, a red and a black, and I forget what he said, I've never mixed it before. You'd have to get those colours and experiment. The stronger colour you would want less of, like the black and the red. Darren did answer that question, I'm pretty sure. What is the brand of paint retarder that you recommend certain brands? I don't recommend a certain brand there, Mona. It's just, I use a Gisonges, or there's also Atelier. They make retarder. Get the clear medium retarder. There is a white one. It looks like a white paste. And there are gels as well, but I've never used them. The way I paint, if you like to paint the way I paint, you need the one that looks a bit like water or baby oil in the bottle there, okay? Good morning, Jamie Stanley. Good evening, Ian, says Jamie Stanley. Red, blue and black. There we go. It's red, blue and black people are saying. Now you'll have to work out how much red to the blue and how much black, okay? Experiment. Get yourself some daubs of paint and work out the right amount. And once you've got it, you can write it down and always go back to that, okay? And also, like, I'll go through these people that are supporting my content in ways of purchasing my art. All my art's available to purchase. There's some links in the description below, and they're done through PayPal. There's a PayPal link there. Okay, and these people support me in the way of donations, becoming a patron of mine, and also buying my art. In all those ways, they're supporting my art content on this channel here and keeping me going here, okay? And everything I put on my channel is for free anyway, and there are those people that like to give something back, and I always like to acknowledge them every week when they do. And it's a big thank you to Jim Aarons, Timothy Dirth, Marlene Dietzel, Charlotte Short, Darren McLean and Laura Liu. Thank you very much for your support, and it is much appreciated. Also, a little bit of white, says Darren McLean, in that magenta mix. So yeah, sometimes it's good to just try a little bit of white. It just opens the colours and you can see what's actually on your palette. Carl Friedman. If you ever Google search how to mix magenta, you'll get more than you can tolerate. You'll get more info than you can tolerate. Yeah, you go on. I also use YouTube as a search. Like, as an example, you might want to learn how to bake pancakes, which I did want to do. And I didn't want to go on Google and just look at a lot of font. So I go on YouTube, how to bake pancakes. And there are people there with recipes, how to take a certain part off a car if you're not familiar how to do it. You type that in. There's so much available on YouTube on how-tos as well. Like how to, install a pane of glass in a rubber seal or whatever. You put it in YouTube search, 9 times out of 10 it's going to be something there. And you can just see the video thumb and work out, well, that's the sort of thing I'm after there. And you'll, like warning lights on your engine, what do the codes mean? And there's so many there that can tell you as well. Laura Lou, thank you. You're welcome, Laura Lou. Kate Russell, g'day Kate Russell, how you going there? Hi Ian and everybody. How are you all doing? So don't forget, this is an hour show. What have we been going? 20 minutes? And it's just great to connect with the people that support my channel. And I like to do this once a week and say hello and give you all shout outs when you can. Charlotte Short saying how to mix magenta acrylic paint. She's saying how to mix it. Excuse me. I always look forward to your show, says Darren McLean. Thank you very much, Darren. You're welcome. And it's great to have regular supporters like you and others supporting my show. And that's what keeps me here. I love doing what I do. and it's good to know that a lot of people benefit from my questions, my answers in our Q&As, or even my art tutorials there for beginners. What do we got here? Mona Macaulay. Thank you to all the sponsors. You are much appreciated. I'm assuming all the subscribers there. Yes, thank you very much to everybody. Barry Redburn. Granddaughter, where'd that one go? Granddaughter binge watched your channel yesterday. She was wrapped. Wow, isn't that lovely? I'm getting binge watched. That's fantastic to hear. Good stuff. Well, at least she wasn't bored if she was binge watching, because I know when I binge watch on Netflix, you're hooked, and it's a great thing. That's great to hear. Your granddaughter's, what is her name there, Barry? And I'll give her a big shout out. Olive Klein. Hello, Ian. Olive here from Ireland. Love watching your live chats and watching your videos. You're a very good art teacher. Thank you very much there, Olive. Much appreciate that. Thank you very much. Mona is saying, hit the thumbs up. Yeah, we got 14 thumbs up there. We've got nearly 50 people watching, so hit the thumbs up. It helps me out. What those thumbs up do, YouTube's algorithm, they look at likes in a video, and if they see one, oh, that one there's got a lot of likes, let's put it on the recommended to view and people will see it and click on it. That's how it works, and it helps creators like myself out. All right, so give the thumbs up. It costs you nothing. It's real easy, and you're supporting that person you enjoy watching. But if you don't like watching it, tell everybody you hate it and give it the thumbs down. Even more easy as well, eh? Mona, I read that one. Bev Sowers. Hello, everyone. How are you, Ian? Beverly Sowers. I'm doing all right, Beverly. How you going, eh? I'm doing all right. Yep, I've got my morning coffee here, chatting with you and all the other people in this channel here. And it's a great day. Great day, yeah. Where is Steve, says Joe Thomas. Steve's out and about in his cat world in the morning. He came in for a feed this morning. Now he's gone and I think he's fertilising the neighbours' gardens as we speak. Sharon Blankenship. If I don't have a particular colour, I use a similar one. Well, that's pretty simple. Like I even say that in my tutorials. I state what colours I'm using. But I always do tell it every now and then, if you don't have the same colour, use something similar, okay? It's not like it has to be the exact or it won't work. It's just what we're using at the time, or myself anyway. Darren McLean's given the thumbs up. Thanks, Darren. Tracy Grant. Hi, Ian. I'm trying your planetary moon tonight at 9:30 in Ottawa, Canada. I just love your videos. Thank you very much there, Tracy. Good stuff. And remember to make a good template or make a couple out of A4 office paper, and the sharper you can get those edges, the more fantastic it looks. Okay. Jerry Powell, Serge, hello Serge. Jerry Powell is saying, I just wanted to share that golden heavy body acrylic. I just want to share that golden heavy body acrylics stay wet longer than most acrylics without additives. Yeah, maybe they do. I've never used golden, but not everybody can get golden. I've seen so many different brands of paints through people's posting on my group and stuff like that. And I've seen a bit of this getting around, but there's a lot of stuff overseas I haven't seen. So not everybody can get it. So we've got to assume that not everybody can or can't get what we're trying to explain on our videos, okay? We can't be too complacent. Jerry Powell. Angela Young, a thumbs up means hit the actual thumb button. Yeah, there's a thumbs up button there. We've got 28 thumbs there. We've got no likes yet. Yes, Ange. Some don't know Mona. There you go. Laura Lou. Done, Ange. By the way, thanks for heads up. Bell didn't ding. No worries. If your bell didn't ding, make sure you're logged in to your Google account so your bell will. If you got a Google account on your mobile but you're not logged in, and let's say you're subscribed to me and I go on, you're not going to get notified. You need to be logged in and stay logged in so you're going to get notifications, okay? Welcome. You're welcome anytime, Lisa. Glad to see you here, says Angela Young. Celeste Watson saying hello to Angela. Randy McKean. I love your blending method and I like a little cadmium yellow in my coffee. I nearly had some blue in me coffee the other day for the first time, but yeah. Laura Lou saying thanks to Ange. Laurie Edwards, greetings. G'day, Laurie Edwards. How you going? How are you? Jerry Powell. I can't see your paint types. What are they, Sir Ian? Jerry Powell. My paint types. Well, the brand is Atelier. I love to use Atelier paints. There you go. That's the brand I love to use. It's a good artist quality paint. Okay, what does it say? I can't see your paint types. What are they? And it's acrylic. I only paint in acrylic. Some people do ask, do you paint in oils? But I don't. It's always acrylic. It's so easy to clean up and the smell's not even horrible. I got notified with a very large red poster, says Sharon Blankenship. Wow, that's good, eh? Lisa Carroll. Hi Ian, have you ever done any fire painting tutorials? I want to do my dog by the fireplace. It's a huge challenge. No, I haven't, Lisa. I've never done a fire flame one. I suppose it's something I can look into, how to paint fire, realistic flame. That's a good idea. Flame, fire. I'm going to write that down. Fire. Fire or flame. Yeah, because I suppose I don't recall seeing anything back in the days when I was searching how to paint. So yeah, now there's probably a lot of people going to start showing you how to paint fire or flames, aren't they? Angela Young, hey Celeste. Angela's painting while listening to the show here. Hello Denise Richards, she's saying hello there. And we've got Joanne Clark. Ian, I watched your tutorial on painting Steve and couldn't quite catch the name of the white pen you use for the fur. Can you tell me what it's called? It's called Posca. They're Posca pens. I don't have one. They're in my office. But you can get so many different coloured Posca pens. You need to go to quite a big office work supply shop or your art shop where they sell all pens, and they've got all different tips. And the actual pen it has a marble in it to mix up the actual paint. It's got actual paint in it, and it's got a push down nib on it. So you push it down to bleed the paint through, and then you can go and use it within your painting. It's good for doing tips of fur and whiskers. They're handy to have, even if you want to autograph your work. They're quite handy little paint pens to have, eh? Where did that one go? Your fur, okay. Ange Young, you need to do fire a lot, asking Ian. Yes. Charlotte Short, sorry, Barry, I tried. Lisa, fire is a hot topic, Ian. Good stuff. Laurie, good suggestion. I want to learn how to paint fire. Okay, so we've brought it to everyone's attention here. I'll get into painting a fire tutorial. Do you have any rainbow tutorial? Water scenes with a beautiful rainbow would be fun. No, I haven't as yet, but I am looking into rainbows. There's a bit of a science within rainbows, and I want to get that through in my tutorial as well. I don't want to just paint a band of colours and go, wow, that's how you paint a rainbow. I want to put some effort into it, so I am researching into that. No problem, Charlotte. Yeah, fire it up. That would be a great tutorial, says Randy McKeon. Thanks for asking. Hope you are well. Everyone else are well, says Angela Young. Denise Richards, yes, rainbow sounds awesome. Yes, it would. I have designed one, which, you know, you've seen me with that notepad and all the little square grids in red pen, and I've done all little sample paintings. I do have one in there of a rainbow planetary design. It's like a big sheet, but the sheet's a rainbow, and the planet's sort of bouncing into it, it's just a design, it's a design I'm trying to design, because I'm trying to create my own original work as well through a lot of those. So, but being on YouTube, you got to be careful, because a lot of people do copy, and then, you know, if they're watching their stuff before yours, they think they've done it before you. So there's always those things. So sometimes you've got to keep things under hush hush. Yes, rainbow. Where's my mouse? There we go. Carl Friedman, what caused you to learn to paint? Good question there, Carl. I was watching TV many years ago in the front lounge room, and this painting show was on, and I turned it off, didn't want to watch that. I wanted to watch something more riveting. And the next day it kept coming on at the same time. I think it was about 4:30 in the afternoon. I kept turning it off, trying to find something better. And at the end of it, several times doing this, I thought, bugger it, I'll watch it. So I watched it. And then the next day I thought, oh, that show's on again. Yeah, so I got involved in watching it. I started enjoying watching it. And after a while watching it, I thought I'll give it a go. So I bought some paints and brushes, dabbing away, and I thought, no, that's not as easy as it looks. But I wanted to start to paint then. So I started watching on YouTube and watching how to paint tutorials. So that's how I got learning how to paint. Joanne Clark, I would love to learn to do Northern Lights. And Tony Laboda, hello Ian from Pittsburgh, PA. G'day Tony, how you going there, mate? Mary Krause, Ian, where'd that go? Have you done Northern Lights? Yes. Now I'll just bring up my video so I can tell you exactly what number it is, because I've got them all here now. I've done one, but I'll just let you know, Northern Lights are more effective done in oils, but if you're using acrylics, they can be done, but to me, they just don't look as good as an oil paint can do. I have done the Northern Lights, so I'm just scrolling through my videos here on YouTube. There's over 300 of them. And all my videos are hashtagged. So you just have to put in the YouTube search bar, hashtag, then the number, and then my name, Ianapolis, and it'll bring up that video. Excuse me. Now, where is this Northern Lights? Coming close to it, coming close to it. So many different ones here. No, not there. No, that's a nice cabin one I did there. I like that one. Excuse me. Got it here somewhere. Once I find it, Here it is here. Hashtag how to paint an aurora, northern lights in acrylic for beginners. It's hashtag 252, okay? Tammy Biddell, thank you very much for your super chat donation. Cyber hugs and kisses to you, my sweetheart. Thank you and much appreciated. I tried to send once. Hope it works this time. Thank you very much. There you go, you got it done, didn't you? There's also a donate PayPal link there for those who watch the replay and like to support my content. You can support my content through that donate PayPal link as well. And through the PayPal, it gets to me direct, okay? Now you are a legend, says Darren McLean. Have you done the Northern Lights? Randy, pronounce McMeekin. McMeekin, you rock. Pronounce McMeekin, you rock. All right, McMeekin. Now you are a legend, says Darren McLean. Thank you very much, Darren. Is that me or someone else you're talking about? Mona McCulley. Yay, thank you, Tammy. Tammy Biddell, my pleasure. Painting through the pandemic, yes. Hi, Ian and everybody, says Shane Revell. G'day, Shane. How you going? Sharon Blankenship, good job. Hi all, enjoying the glass of wine this fine evening, says Sandra Broaches. Beautiful glass of wine, eh? Good stuff. Have a mouthful for me. You got a cheese platter going there or some nibblies? Eh? Randy McMeekin, now try and say that the right way. I love the Clippers ship you've done and the bloopers are awesome. Yeah, there's a few bloopers there, but do be aware the bloopers contain mild to coarse language. So if you're not up for a bit of slippery lipping, don't watch them, okay? Good job on your hair. Sharon Blankenship, good job on your hair, Ian. Okay, whatever that means. My hair. Okay, what else is there? Well, how long have we been? 36 minutes. So anything you want to ask me, this is our opportunity. Once a week we do this. Sometimes you might watch my lives and you might throw a question out there, but there's a good chance it might not get answered, but this is where they do get answered, okay? If you're watching the live with me now. And if you're watching the replay, you can just comment a question there and I'll answer it. I look at all my comments and I acknowledge them with a like. There are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds that come in every day and I cannot answer them all, so I acknowledge them with a like. And the ones that really warrant an answer, I give them an answer, okay? Sharon Blankenship, good job on your hair. It looks good. Well, thank you. I do cut and colour my hair myself, but a lot of people have commented about my hair. I suppose it's just a thing. Brick House 67 has sent a super chat donation. Cyber hugs and kisses to you, Brick House 67. Thank you for your support there, much appreciated. Yeah, glass of wine. I've never got into wine there, Sharon. Oh no, it's not Sharon, it's Sandra. But I have drunk it, but it's just not my cup of tea, eh? Bev Sawaz, do you ever paint sitting down? Let me get my feet. I tried standing, but cannot paint that way to save my life. No, I've never painted sitting down. It's always been standing up. I'm a real aggressive, fast-moving type of thought and whatever, and I find when I'm standing I can approach and attack and maneuver more controlled than if I was sitting down and feel like restricted, you know what I mean? That's just how my mind's thinking. I do stand up, so yeah. I wish I could be more. Oh, sorry. Brick House 67. I wish it could be more, but you know things are rough. No, that's fine. Your donation is much appreciated. Much appreciated. You know, you're one of the few people that do that, and that's great, okay? I don't expect everybody to donate, but I do know there are those people that keep telling me, Ian, you deserve this, you deserve that. I do know there are people that love to support creators like myself, and there are opportunities for you to do that, which is in these super chat donations or like the PayPal donate link below. And that's for those people who love to do it. Okay, if you're one of those people that do not like to support, or you think, oh, people are asking money for nothing, that's not the way it is, okay? People just love what we do and they love to give something back, okay? Sometimes I've been painting something red, like flowers, and my red doesn't look as red as it should. I have gone over it in layers. Denise Richards. A good thing with reds and those colours there, you need to prime the area white first, let it dry so it won't go pink, and then paint red. Let's just say I'm painting a red area of something. I'll paint it white first and dry it, and then that red's going to sit over that white red. Okay, if you just paint the red on top of the area you're doing, there's a good chance it's going to look darker and see-through-ish type of things like that, okay? And some other colours too. Well, yeah, you need to prime them. Prime them with white first. Paint them on a white surface. Mary Krause, been watching to paint. I've been wanting to paint. But this COVID is taking off here in the USA. I've been sewing masks for essential workers. There you go. There, a lot of people have been making masks for that, haven't they? Tammy Biddell, I can't paint standing up either. Now, well, everybody's different, and that's what creates your style, your habits, and the way you do things in your art shows, and that's what creates a style of your own art. Trying to paint the red area white first before the red, says Sharon Blankenship. There you go. I've just answered that. Show us Sharon Blankenship. You always, red is one of the main colours. You've got to prime white first. And it's got to dry first before you add the red as well. Sharon Blankenship saying hello to Sandra. Laura Lou, good tips, thank you. Christine Martinez, hello Christina Martinez, how you going? I was painting flowers over a green grass. Yeah, well, you get that green grass again, dry it when you're doing that as well. It doesn't have to be wet on wet. Do the white flower, let it dry, and then paint that red, and you see that red, it's going to pop on top of that green. But if you just painted the red itself over the green, you'll get that snotty look. It just won't look nice. Okay, we got one here from Randy McMeekin. My dog chewed up my fan brush and Hobby Lobby is closed. Any way to make one? I've never thought of making a fan brush. I don't really know. Unless, see, here's a round. Here's a round brush, okay? Now, if you've got some staplers, some wire, something in the shed, you need a bit of MacGyver mind for this. I've just thought of it then, I've gone with your question there. So you can squash that, manipulate it, and if there's some way, you can go in your shed and wire that down with staples or wire. See, I've kind of made a fan brush out of that, okay? So things can be done, it's just a matter of using that mind. And that was just done out of one of those scratchy type round artist brushes. I was going to pick up the filbert, but the filbert won't do it because it's round, it'll splay out more. So you can try that. There's another round, a different type one. I wonder if it'll work on that. Yeah, you can make them out of a round if you've got some way to keep it like that with some wire or staples. I don't know, you'd have to go in your shed and try and find out. Or maybe if you had a flat and cut it like a fan, maybe. It depends what you're after. So that's for Randy McMeekin. Mona Macaulay, order online, Randy. There you go. If you But some people just can't buy things when they want it as well. Some people are on a budget. Thank you. Tammy Hess. I love these Friday Night Live chats. Good stuff, Tammy Hess. And it's good to have you here, Tammy. Tammy Hess. Tammy Hess loves these live shows, so I'm going to go on about Tammy Hess. Is it Hess? Yeah, Tammy Hess. Anyway, so After Tammy Hess says, Sandra Bolcher, what size of paint tubes do you buy and how long do they last? It depends on, I use some colours more than others, and I don't have my glasses on me to see, but there's about, is there 170 mils in there? I can't read it for the life of me. I don't have my glasses, sorry. But they're that size. You can see the size into my hand, okay? And the white lasts, I mean, that doesn't last long at all because I use a lot of white, okay? Tammy Hess, Randy, you can use pine needles for a fan brush. There you go. Tammy Hess has answered your question there, Randy. Randy McMeekin, rock on. That will work. Thanks. Golly. Yeah, rock on, rock on. Celeste Watson, me too, Tammy. Always lots of interesting tips from everybody. That's it. It's not, yeah, everyone here, it's not just me. You're all given hints and tips as well. And you ask me things that make me do something as well. And so many new things and facets happen on this show, eh? It's a fascinating, faceted show, eh? What do you reckon? Golly, I can gobble on, can't I? Rock on, read that one. Here we go. Sharon Blankenship. You should always have a spare on each brush. Oh, you should always have a spare of each brush. Yeah, you should do, but then again, not everybody can afford seconds of everything as well. We just got to remember that. But you should always, yeah, read that one. Denise Richards. Should the fan brush have thick bristles? Seems to separate a lot when it has paint on it. I know what you're meaning by that there, Denise Richards. I know exactly what you mean. Now, I've got a couple of fan brushes here. Like this one I barely use. And this one, let's say here. This one here I reuse a lot. Now, that's a hog bristle fan brush, okay? Pretty much the same size fan, but this one is a soft one. Now, I know that's clean. I'll just dip it in my coffee here. And now see how it's, that's what you're getting, isn't it? Okay, that's because it's a soft one. Okay, I'm, get that paint off there. You watch when I dry it, that'll all, well, see, there you go again. You're getting it like that because it's wet. That's a soft one. But now you do that to a hog bristle. I'm not going to drink this coffee now. It's all done. It stays together. That's soaking wet. There is coffee on that. Okay. Now I'll do the same to there. That's still pretty much stayed together compared to that. Now this one was a very fine, soft one. I don't even know what people use that one for. And look at that, sometimes you might see the end of a handle like that. That's just so you can scratch in tree trunks or sign it in the wet paint. If you see a tipped brush like that, can you see the edge of that? It's beveled, okay? That's what those beveled edges are for. So that soft brush will come in handy for something. I bought it, but I very rarely use it. I mainly use these hog bristle ones. All right, what have we got there? Bev Jones, love the paint tube holder, great idea. Yes, thank you very much for that. Darren McLean, have you tried using a roller to paint the base colour? No, I haven't. I've made some MDF boards and I've rolled them up with some sealing white just to prime them, so whenever I do get around to it, if and when I paint on them, they're ready to gesso and paint up with. Tastes great, less filling, says Randy McLean. Laura Lou, I need a hog bristle. Charlotte Short, is it bad to clean your brushes with regular dish soap? If so, could baby shampoo be used? If not, if no soap at all. Excuse me. Well, if you want to wash your brushes with soap, that's totally up to you. But I don't wash mine in soap at all. I really should say once a month, get me brushes and give them a good soaking in warm to hot soapy water, and then wash them and lay them out to dry. That way they become nice and soft. But I very rarely wash mine. Mine are just like, here's one here that gets well flogged. That's had a severe flogging over painting with me, and it's still fine. And it was a cheap brush. It wasn't nothing expensive. This one here looks like it's a bit, now he's soft. That's a filbert brush. It's up to you. Totally up to you. Totally up to you. No wonder it worked lousy, says Denise Richards. Wow, thanks that so much. Guess I need a hog bristle. Read that one. Tammy Hess, Charlotte, I use dish liquid. It's good for dogs with what? Fleas too. There you go. The dish liquid must kill the fleas. Kelly Davis, g'day Kelly Davis. Recently purchased paintbrushes for blending clouds. What is that? Steelton Tools brand. Cheap and works great in the USA. Bought online. Oh no, bought at Ollie's, sorry. Do you use palette knives at all? I might use them to pull the paint out of the tub when I'm using a tub of paint, like one like this. And there have been times where I've mixed some paint on the palette with a knife. I've used this one. It's like a flat spoon, really. But I'm not a big knife user in the way I paint. So no, I don't really use them much at all. Bruce Anderson, good night, Ian. I bet I never said hi. I've been quiet for a change. That's okay, Bruce. You do what you need to do. You have a great night, Bruce. And I tell you what, I love the art you're posting around there. It's quite unique. You've developed your own style, and it's great. Don't let anybody tell you different, all right? Good night, Bruce Anderson. Charlotte Short, I've heard it was bad to do that. That's why I asked. Was bad to do what? You asked something about, I don't know now. Is it? Oh, there you go. Well, I don't know. I you know, if you're paying, you know, ridiculous prices for brushes, you want to start treating them with extended care. But for what they're really worth, just water once a month. Give them a soak in hot soapy water, then clean them up and let them dry. Where are we up to? Good night, said Bruce. Good night, Bruce. You take care, mate. I've heard. Okay, Olive Klein. What's the best solution to use when cleaning paint brushes? Well, I just use water, but let's say you're painting quite regularly, once a week or once a month, you can get like a tub like this, okay? Get your tap running hot. Squirt a dollop of dish liquid in it, not too much, and then turn the faucet on and get all that hot, warm and soapy. Grab your brushes and then get all the bulk, wash them first, getting all the bulk of it off there, okay? So you're not going to turn that warm soapy water into mud. So you wash them as clean as you can, and then soak them in there overnight. The water will go cold, but soak them overnight. Then pull them out. And what I normally do when I've washed my brushes, I don't have a cloth here, I lay them in a towel. I lay them, let's just say that's the towel, and then I fold the towel over and I dab them dry like that, and they're pretty much dry. Okay, and flats and filberts, you can reshape them when you're doing that as well regularly. Okay. I'm going to read this again in a minute. Thank you, sir, says Brick. Hang on, Charlotte. I'm losing some. Okay, Brickhouse. Dish soap does leave my brushes a little hard. I just smash. That's okay if they go hard. You can just crack them soft again. Bruce Anderson, thank you, sir. You're welcome, Bruce. Mark Perry, g'day, Mark. How you going, mate? Mark Perry is saying, hello from the USA. Glad to catch you live. Good on you, Mark. Bad to wash brushes in in coffee. Yeah, I was just using that as an example, but I won't drink that now. TTV, let's see what they're saying there. I'll translate that, copy there. Where is my Google Translate coming down the mountain when she comes? There it is there. I'm just going to translate somebody's message there. It's in a weird font, detect language, and I'll just tell you what they said. Hello from Russia. So they're saying hello from Russia. That is TVV saying hello from Russia. Welcome TVV. Welcome to my show. This is on every week, this time every week. Julie Pitham. Hi Ian, have you ever used paste to achieve dimension in rocks? Oh, I think I might have, but I very rarely use it. But I will just say no, really. But you can. Oh, sweet. T. Sharon, Blankenship, Sharon, Lowell Celeste, Carl Friedman. Soak brushes in Murphy's oil soap. Will even remove hardened paint. There you go. What do you use to get good rough texture on your canvases? I've never really gone for a rough texture on my canvas, but I do remember doing a palm tree or something. I do have some paste somewhere, I don't know where it is, and you can pretty much put that in your paint and it makes your paint real pasty and thick, and you can sort of knife it. I was doing it on the trunk of a palm tree. Now I want to say thank you again and acknowledge those people that have supported my content in ways of buying my art, just simply donating to me, or being a patron supporter, okay? And that's Jim Aarons, Timothy Dirth, Marlene Deitzel, Charlotte Short, Darren McLean, and Laura Liu. Thank you very much for supporting my content and much appreciated, okay? Tammy Hess, what do you use to get a good rough texture on your canvas? I read that one. Yeah, I don't really use much. Charlotte Short is saying hello to TVV. Charlotte Short, oh, thank you, Carl. Oh, excuse me. Mark Perry. How can I keep my canvas from drying so fast? Your canvas? Or do you mean your paint? You can get a retarder which slows down your drying time. If you've got a stretch canvas and you feel it's drying too much, you can probably try not painting just with raw paint onto that dry canvas. Try basing it up with some craft paint or craft and retarder on it as a surface, and then painting on that, and it'll stay wet longer. Kelly Davis, good night all, lots of fun. Good night, Kelly Davis. Good night, enjoyed your live show. Laura Liu, much appreciated. You as well. Cyber hugs, thank you, Laura Liu, you're welcome. Mark Perry saying thank you very much. I need a bit of water. I was just looking at my light up there, and there's a few little dead moths inside the glass shield. I cleaned that just the other week. They must be so attracted to that, eh? Mark Perry, thanks. Serge, now how do you pronounce that name? I'm going to try and give it a go. Where'd it go? It's gone. Livernocci. Do you love surfing? Do you love... No, I've never surfed. I don't know. I've been asked that quite a lot, but no, I don't. I don't hate it, but I don't go out and do it. Hang on, my thong's getting caught in my wire there. Can you make homemade retarder? I don't really know. I don't even know what's in it. There's a lot of fine print on there. Whether it's got the ingredients, I don't know, but I've never even looked into that, so I cannot answer that question. Remember to hit the thumbs up, everybody. Show some love, says Mona McCulley. Thank you very much, Mona. Try spraying the back of your canvas with some water, says Barry Redburn. Sometimes your canvas might be a bit slack as well, and if you do spray the back of it, it'll taunt it up, make it tight. Okay. Julie Pitham, I tried to paint a picture of my little dog that recently passed by, but struggling with his fur. Is there any technique you can suggest? The only thing I can suggest there, Julia, is it Julia or Julie? Julie, is you've got the colour of the fur there. Let's just say it's a brown with a light yellow ochre. You've got those colours blended and scrumbled together. Get those colours and just make some, use any brush. Let's say, I've just got a tiny little filbert here, but let's just say you just get some action of that paint going in some fur lines. Then get yourself a liner brush or a script liner, or if you've got a paint pen, it's even better. Okay, one of these numbers. Now that colour you've just put on there, add white to it. Make it very bright with the white. And then that, you do that with all the fur lines over those colours. Look how I done Steve, the painting of Steve. It'll explain what I'm telling you right now here in the actual tutorial there. And I'll just tell you that the YouTube number, how to find that video of Steve, how I painted Steve. And that's a very good way to learn how to paint fur. So I'm just going to go down and find it. I did the wolf one as well, but it doesn't explain much how to paint fur. That's hashtag 146. Okay, so you can look that one up. And here's Steve here, hashtag 125. So in the YouTube search bar, type in the hashtag 125 and then just my name, Ianapolis, and it'll bring up that painting and others next to it as well. And you can see how I've done, and if you like the way I've done the fur on his face, you can sort of adopt that idea and master it and make it your own, and you can probably enhance it even better than what I've done there on the video. Okay, well, we've got some long ones here. Tammy Hess, Mark, I usually paint in 62-degree temperatures. That keeps my paint from drying so fast. Yeah, depending on your climate as well will have a lot to do with your paint taking longer or slower to taking longer to dry, or dries even quicker depending on your climate there. Darren McLean, g'day mate. I'm just about to start the other half of my dot art, doing 4 paintings in one. Okay, Darren, you get on with your art. Great that you can catch the show there. Mary Krause. Yes, Randy, lots of YouTube tutorials, but steer away from any ingredients with colour in them. They'll affect your paint colours. Randy McLean, thank you very much, Mary. Are you going to paint Bernard too? Probably not, no. I've just done Steve. Probably not there, Sharon. Julie Pitham, awesome, thank you. We'll go and look. Serge Livamnocci, what is your favourite subject for painting? I was asked this, I think, last week. Just something I know I can paint, really. I don't really have a favourite subject. I do like showing people how to do different ways of clouds, and I don't know. I just don't really have a favourite. There are probably ones that I won't paint. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I have heard some ideas of, can you paint this? And I'm just like, well, no, that's something I would never see myself painting, but I don't really have a favourite. Okay. I suppose, if anything, if someone said, right, here's a canvas, Ian, it's a great size, there's the paints, there's the brushes. This can only be your last ever painting, and it's got to be your best painting. What are you going to paint? I suppose it'll be a beautiful sky. I'll try and make it realistic as possible. A beautiful sky and a nice ocean scene coming onto the land, something like that effect. Something with atmosphere and feelings within the painting. I'll try and do that. So I suppose, if anything, something like that, I would suppose. Okay, William Davis. Ian, I know you have been painting a while. Do you make just one painting for a couple? Do you make just one painting or a couple of paintings for the same artwork in order to perfect it? No, I don't. What I do is I do some little scribble drawings or work out what I'm going to paint. And when I know what I'm going to paint, I just set the cameras up and then I film me painting it. I don't go and paint it firsthand, so I don't know how it's going to look. I do have a digital thing on my iPad where I can do some digital art. I have mucked around with colours on there, just seeing how the colours would look with each other. But I have never painted the painting first and then gone on YouTube and done it as a tutorial there. What you see me paint is the first time I'm actually painting that painting on my YouTube channel. So that was from William Davis. Mark Perry, thank you for the cloud tutorials. My clouds are so much better but needs more work. That's great. Everyone needs more work. Even I do as well. I'm sure there's some other artists that can paint clouds way better than me, but practice is the key to achieving some good looking art, okay? Well, we've been going over an hour now, so I'm going to quickly wrap this up. Thank you for the clouds. You're my nemesis, says Julie Pitham. Thank you very much. Thank you, says Serge. Randy, love the waves and the beach scenes. Joe Thomas, thanks Ian. You have a great day. All right, thank you for watching. I'm going to wrap this up now. So if you like what I'm doing, you make sure you tell your friends. But if you don't like what I'm doing, you tell everybody, okay? All the best. Goodbye, good luck, and good on ya. Good on you. Good on you. Godspeed. Thank you, Ian, Charlotte Short, Laurie Edwards. Good night. Good night. Have a great day. Love you. Thank you very much. Barry Redburn, Celeste Watson. They're all saying good night to each other. Good night. Good night. Thanks for the chat. Good night, Ian. Yay, yay, yay. Thanks for the chat. All right. What is the time? Hey, Google, time.
It's 10:02.
10:02. It's time to go. 10:02. All right, I better close this up. Oh, I've got to go behind the camera to do that. So let me get my wire out of here. Where are you? Oh. I'll just go behind the camera so I can shut all this down. So we'll say it's Uru